Alrighty guys, we are back with the fourth and final round. Sorry about the prolonged break there. As Paul is letting you know in the chat, we are hopefully looking into changing that shortly. But in the meanwhile, this is the top cut. This is the top table. Alex is back with his Mono Earth against the challenger, Paul Fallon with the Mono Fire Warriors.
That's right, Jonathan. Ask and thou shalt receive, calling for the top table. And here we are with the boys bringing it home.
Yeah, exactly that. Also, TCG Enjoyer, we don't tend to post deck lists for our weeklies because we don't really ask our players for them. But if you join our Discord, which you should be able to find down in that link down there, you can always ask the players directly if they're willing to share.
Absolutely, and people almost always are happy to share. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing a high roll with 4 dice. So
my money's on Fallon there.
They rolled the same.
Oh, okay.
They actually rolled the same. So 15. And then, definitely not 15, 12. So Alex wins the die roll.
Yeah. Well.
So I don't know what they can't decide about.
This is what you get when you roll 4 dice. Just roll 1.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think they won't. Oh, yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, mono off. Mono Earth versus mono fire. Well, we say mono fire with big old quotation marks around it.
Or do you mean mono Earth with quotations around it?
Well, yeah, a bit of both. Bit of both.
Yeah. But
should be like mono backup Earth, mono backup fire.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can
it says it's double Amaterasu in hand.
Yeah. Also, I don't think I can fit that into the titles, by the way.
Yeah. What? So yeah, Clara's probably going to search Epitaph here, and Epitaph and pass. So back over to Paul. Let's see what we've got lined up. Can't quite see all the cards in hand, but I imagine we've got like a Miyu or something would be really nice. Okay, Muti. Gonna grab Fire Summon.
Pretty, so what's that? A Brynhilda and an Ifrit that's gone there, I believe.
Come on, grabbing the Amaterasu. Skims past the standard foil for art for the gold printed one.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, I imagine we'll see pass back over and Alex, okay, hits the Jesse and we have Leo, so ditching the Leo for Epitaph, probably grabbing back another copy of Leo, so this is runners 3 of in this deck. We can probably afford to take it slow because our opponent is also taking it slow, got a nice gentlemanly game.
It's rare that we get those round here, to be honest. As you would have seen in round 3, sorry, not round 3, round 2, Jack chose violence with warriors, with soldiers.
Yeah,
sorry.
let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
And then obviously, Villainac, Morgan came along and kicked one of the noobs, and yeah. Love you, Morgan, I swear.
One of the noobs. We do not condone noob hunting in these parts.
No, we do not. No, but fair play to Lee. She was game to get something on video so she can look at her plays later and see where she might be going wrong. So
slightly rough opening for Paul here. Obviously got the Muti, not the ideal backup to play turn 1, and then hold it with a Leo. Have we now hit the Mew?
No, we're going Saz, going for another summon.
Okay, well, we're certainly cutting our deck thin of summons, taking that EX plus Brynhilda out. But yeah, great card. If we can time it well to maybe try and kill a Leo. Is that a Wedge and a Tyro?
So it's funny because obviously we did see in Alex's first game where he played the Leo out in order to play the Amat that he'd gotten back. I don't think we're going to see that this time just because of that threat of the Brynhilda.
Yeah, really interesting early Leo, but yeah, Paul obviously just really struggling with backups. You know, it's one of fire list. You know, it is running Mont Leonis. It does want to get to 5 backups if possible. So Alex probably deciding whether he goes Jesse or Wedge here. He could even go Tyro as well, would be another feasible option.
I think I like the Jesse personally, just because you could probably go after that Barrett, but then I suppose the Wedge kind of does the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the Jesse here, grabbing Barrett. I like also maybe playing a Tyro here as well, and then being able to play that Barrett on curve and play the Wedge and then get you to 5 backups. Also having some multicolour options by having the Tyro. We know he's got the Leo in hand. Now that we know that Paul has that Brynhilde, we don't want to be pulling the trigger on that Leo too early.
Yeah, we've got 6 cards, so we've got to play something right, and that Tyro is definitely the one that screams the best for play me. But how are we considering going LB here? Was that an Emperor then I saw in that LB?
So yeah, having a think here. Yeah, maybe wish we'd had kept that Wedge. Because that would have been a slightly nice thing that would have left us at 5 cards in hand and 4 backups. Obviously, the Tyro would drop us down a bit too far.
I think Alex is also, because I can see he's got the Ingus and the Barrett, so he's probably trying to think, well, if I can get the Emmet, I don't really want to give up those 6 CP guys. So
hang on a sec. What if we?
We need to
I was going to say we need to discard one more.
Yeah. This is why I think I would just play the Tyro out here.
Okay, getting rid of the Barrett. So yeah, we need to get rid of 1 LB, not 2. Gonna grab the Carpenter here and play it.
Again, I'm not sure on that one. We gave up both a Tyro and a Barrett. That seems pretty big.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I guess we can play Ingus to search if needs be. Okay, paying 4. What have we got now? 5? Tivus? Tivus?
Is it too late for the Mog though? That's the question. It is not in Paul's reckoning.
No, because we've not seen Barrett come down yet, right?
This is true. Yeah, but then the Barrett has been discarded as
well. Yeah,
but
we're assuming Alex is playing 3.
Yeah. Well, not just that. It's Monolith, right? We're expecting Ingus. We're expecting another Tyro. You know, there's plenty of search still to happen.
So yeah, it gets the draw, and then probably get a pass the turn. I imagine. Got a handful of cards, 5 cards.
We know what it has. Yeah, I think one of them's still the Amat. I don't know if we've still got the Brynhilde in hand though.
Yeah, I've not seen it go. Oh, we've got 1 Brynhilde in damage, 2 Brynhildes in.
I think that's 2.
Brynhildes
yeah, I
in
think
damage.
he's discarded the one. So we still have the Amat.
So got the
Dylan coming in and being the fan of the Paul man.
So we're going to go 2 for Ingus. Searching.
Well,
baiting out that Mog. Yeah, and we're doing it. Okay.
I mean, that's the better way, right? It costs you 2 CP. You still got a big 9k out of it. Doesn't seem terrible.
Probably pass the turn. Yeah, he's going to. And I think that's wise. Like we were alluding to earlier, with Mono Earth, you just want the game to be going on as long as possible.
It does feel like Paul is...
Oh, wow, we've now hit the Miyu, and we're choosing that. Actually, I've decided I no longer want this. So getting rid of double Miyu.
And now, is that going to come back to haunt Paul by not setting up his backups to try and match Earth here? It's dangerous. It is dangerous.
Really interesting. I don't think we were under enough pressure here to warrant the Clive Ifrit. Not from Ingus Luso. I would have been tempted to play the Miyu, get to 4 backups. You can still do the Clive Ifrit on curve next turn.
Absolutely. I'm inclined to agree with you, especially since we're against Mono Earth, which is definitely likely to play that 4-cost wall.
Yeah.
So, obviously, not
hits
bothering
a Billy
with the
Bob.
block as well.
Tivus hits a minor.
So, first damage going to Paul. Again, though, he needs to either keep up this pressure now or he needs to start playing backups. I
hit
think.
a Tyro Shantoto.
I mean, a Toto isn't terrible here, to be honest.
No. But we know Paul's got Amaterasu.
This is very true, but does that mean losing 3 cards from hand?
It does.
Unless we have Mist Dragon as well. It could be fun.
I don't think we do. We've got double Amaterasu. I think we're going to try it. We're going to try our hand here.
I think if you've got nothing really better, you can't play... Well, I suppose you could play the Amat with an Amat, but no, we are going for it. Do we sacrifice 3 cards here? Are we going to Amat it? We are. Here we go.
Has he got the Mist Dragon?
I don't think he does.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
Mist Dragon would have... Yeah, that would have really sort of turned the screw in favour of Alex. But yeah, not having it at that point in time. So Leo's coming in, hits another minor. Tyvus comes in. There's the Mist Dragon. And finally Ifrit. And yeah, no help on EX Burst. Hits a wall. Puts Alex at damage 5. And we're going to free play the Yuzuki.
That should provide some protection. Again, though...
And now we draw the Mist Dragon.
Paul still... Feels like Paul is in a precarious position. Just purely based on the fact he doesn't have the backups, but... We are trying to catch up now that we're Alex. We've got 5 backups. We've got Wall off the Leo. Mist Dragon live in hand.
Looks like we're going to maybe play a Wall.
I don't hate it. Does mean you can pretty much survive anything.
We paid 5.
Oh, no.
No, we're going to Tidus. Yeah, I like this.
This could do the job.
Yeah, I like this a lot. So we've got
Okay. S effect.
S effect on the stack.
So does this stop the effect going off?
No. It's just trying to kill the 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, it would because we wouldn't have the 8. We're trying to stack it so, but we're doing it after we've paid. I think we've done it after we've paid. But Alex has paid. Right. Correct me if I'm wrong here. We can't do it after we've paid and chosen targets because the effect's still on the stack. Is that right? Like once we paid the 3, even if we don't go down to...
It wouldn't resolve unless you pay. Yeah, so he's already paid.
He's already paid. So let me run over. I wouldn't resolve unless he paid 3 already, then he paid. Yeah, the modifier player mispaid.
Yeah, okay. Thought so, because we need to get a whoa there nearly. So, does really hamper Paul if this does go off. Because obviously we're likely to lose the Ifrit. And Mooty, I guess, because obviously it doesn't have any X burst. Jack obviously just having a discussion. I'm not sure if maybe perhaps Alex didn't give him the opportunity, but I very much doubt it. Yeah, I think it was done after pay, and I think that's what Jack was just explained to Paul there. Does feel a bit unfortunate. So yeah, we're just trying to undo. Yeah. Not sure on that one, Paul, if the window was given or not. Hard to say now. Might be something we'd have to go back and check after the fact. Yeah. Does So, I mean, the argument could be made that maybe the window wasn't given as as the option to respond, but hard to say right now. But
Yeah, well, looking back, I didn't see how quickly. The pay the 3 happened.
yeah, is it just me or does it feel like Tidus is one of those ones that's sort of worded weirdly, in a sense, but again now losing that backup and the Ifrit, Paul is going to be on the uphill struggle.
So I don't think Fallon knew that he had to do it before the pay the 3, so which is why I've but I said that was Fallon. He thought he could do it after he paid the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So Fallon didn't actually realise that I think he had to do it before, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is why I sort of reverse it to the state that I reversed it to. So yeah, you can hate me in the comments, but that's why we resolved it the way that we did.
Well, I think this may be nothing but a foregone conclusion now. Then, Paul trying the last of his backups, the Zaz there with a Vincent, no dice because of the Amat. So, Paul now, as if to add insult to injury, there is this new wall.
And hits the Virion.
This new wall putting in some work in these mono.
Because I feel like if Paul had known how the ruling works, he would have said before you pay the 3, I am going to do the S effect now. That makes sense. So yeah.
Well, learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah, and also like better to make these mistakes now, where it's just a friendly locals. Make those mistakes now rather than doing it at a big major tournament. Where competitive scene is going to be on the horizon when Square decide to actually announce it.
Well, I mean, they announced America. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Well, here's Zach. We are trying to ping 3 on the wall. To what end? What have we got?
So in response, Dylan, you can respond when they pay the 3, but if you respond when they pay the 3, the effects of the 2 is already on the stack. So you respond by killing the Warrior of Light. That's fine. But you've paid the 3, so the effects still go on the stack. It's more that you can stop the effects going on the stack.
Well, we're going to S effect with the wall
Build
here.
top 2 cards, add 2 characters other than Cutting Wall and put the rest in the break zone.
Yeah, that's a pretty nutty S effect, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're just letting that die as well. We could have protected ourselves, all right? We could have removed 3 from the break zone easily enough. Very surprised where we're at with that there, Alex, but the man knows what he's doing, so I will not judge.
So yeah, having a look through.
Just realised missing a point off the score there.
So yeah, Paul really struggling now with the backups. Maybe regretting not playing that Miwu way back when.
Yeah, I mean, based on the fact that we know how much value Mono Earth gets, I think without paying, without chucking out a couple more, especially as hurt. Not to mention the slight misplay, as we said, on the Tidus.
Did the Warrior of Light and Tidus, were they frozen from the Axstar?
I think it got amatted.
The Axstar got amatted. So why is it alive?
Don't know. Go. Oh, Jacko going back. Yeah, just hearing back at the table, it does sound like that was what got ammied. So Oh god, and there's Jack trying to make soldiers happen again. What'd you do? Oh good, okay then.
So he did hand me the dog freeze.
Yeah, and that is it. Game over.
Yeah, he did hand me the dog freeze. I just wanted to, because I mean the thing with Axel is like so many effects, right? You need to actually clarify which one of them they hammied.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a bit of an interesting end to the night there.
Yeah.
I think we could probably get the interview in, right?
Yeah, I think we got time to squeeze
Sure.
that interview in. So
Well,
yeah.
guys, we will be right back and we will bring you the winner of the night, Mr. Alex himself. And there he is, the winner of the OP, back for the second time tonight. Another, I suppose we could say, well-played game there. Obviously, from your side of the board, everything seemed to just kind of go your way, take those points of damage again.
Yeah.
What do you feel was like the big turning point for you? Was there anything? Because for us, I think we felt it was a bit that like Paul wasn't playing backups, but
I mean, that is definitely one part of it. If you're able to kind of stabilize when your opponent's in that position, it's hard for them to kind of get back into it because the Earth deck is often going to have more resources to play with. It just has to weather that early storm. Like the Ifrit, the Clive and Ifrit is very strong. There's not a great deal you can deal with that outside of the amateur Shantoto, which Paul obviously had the Amaterasu for. The Tidus interaction, I feel a little bit bad about that, how that ended up, but the rules were broken. And
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to scum anyone out of anything. But
I mean,
I think that was because I had the Mist Dragon in hand, could have had I known that it was going to go down that way, I could have then protected the War of Light regardless, but it's still a bit of a messy situation.
Even if the Tidus doesn't, get the effect off, are you really in that sort of a situation where you're that worried by it? Because, you were pretty far ahead at that point.
It's hard to say because the Ifrit is the tricky one. If I was able to, I know I drew another War of Light regardless, so I would have been able to play that anyway. Mm-hmm. But it would have been a tougher game, and also Paul would have had slightly more resources, so it would have been slightly tougher. But it's hard to say really. But shout out to Paul. Apologies that we had to have that wind back, but
that happens again. As Jacko said, it's one of those things. At least it happens now at a local OP, right, rather than a big tournament. Where your life's on the line. So obviously you've had a whole night of playing with Mono Earth as it is. Any changes that you might have identified at all?
I definitely want to try the more Cat 7 centric backup line because I think that's one thing I would have liked a little bit more is Barrett's second ability to be able to do 9k at the beginning of combat. It's it's basically impossible to get it off with the current build. But you're only playing 2 Barrett.
Yeah,
so
only 2, eh?
Yeah, well, it's so easy to find.
Sure.
I was never felt all night that I was like, there's no way of finding it. Like, there's so many searches for it.
I would say even in a very more populated 7 deck that I got built at the moment, getting to that number for the Barrett second effect is still almost impossible. I would just throw that out there, but
it's an interesting one because it's primarily there as a kind of an backup engine and a blocker. But I think being able to have that kind of because the other thing is that the deck trying to do 9k to one thing with the deck is actually harder than you think. In fact, like Emmet Selk only does 8, Cloud only does 8. So I definitely want to try that next time. Apart from that, I've been really happy with the forwards. Cutting Zidane entirely was quite nice because it means that I was thinking about it by the time you get to play Zidane, you're probably already
winning
ahead. And there's not really any many win decks running around at the moment where you'd like it. It would be good in the mirror maybe, but I think just being able to kind of outmuscle with the value of Billy Bob is probably going to achieve the same effect and is easier to cast as well.
Yeah, so looking at the meta so far, I know it's only been a couple of weeks, is there anything that particularly worries you for that deck? Any bad matchups perhaps?
It's a bit early to be honest, but I think I'd be a little bit more concerned about an all-in ice aggro deck that's really pressuring you from turn 1, because the current soldier builds that are trying to play a few more backups and then the bigger cards like Genesis, they're just kind of a bit too slow, and if they're not fast enough, then you can capitalize on that quite quickly. But I think if they're rushing out Sephiroth and Rogue on turn 1, making me, especially if I'm on the draw, That could be a bit dicey because you don't like the experts you have are mostly just for drawing cards rather than killing things. Whereas like the Goldbear's Archfiend deck, that can weather a little bit more because the experts are able to kind of take care of that problem.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. Well, I suppose all that's left to say then is congratulations on the victory tonight.
Thank you.
Another OP win for the big man. I guess now we're just waiting to hear for the announcements of actual tournaments.
Yes. Yes.
Unless you want to go to America.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Well, we shall see. With that, guys, we will take a short break. We'll get Jaco back over for the sign-off. We'll be back with you quickly. Thanks. Oh, and that is it.
It's over.
Another fight night in the books. Some interesting games that we've had tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah. Interesting's a good way of describing it. We've certainly had some one-sided affairs. Some new decks shining, some new decks not so shining.
Stop trying to make soldiers happen, guys.
Yeah,
That's what we've learned tonight, right?
Yeah. But thanks to everyone that's tuned in. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream.
Yeah, we, again, love the fact that you guys have been so chatty out there because it makes our night, obviously, that we can respond to you, just makes it all the better.
Absolutely. And it's nice having that little safety blanket where it's just like, I think this ruling is right, but having you guys backing me up means the world. So, yeah, thanks for everyone that's tuned in. I think are we streaming next week?
We will not be streaming for the next 2 weeks, unfortunately. Gareth is away, so we will not have the tech here.
Maybe that's a good excuse for us to maybe try and come up with some different content for the channel. So, although there may be no live stream for the next couple of weeks, keep your eyes peeled on the channel because we've got some pretty cool ideas for some like other FFTCG related content, which will certainly pique the interest. So, yeah, watch with beady eyes.
Exactly. Yeah. And guys, again, do give us a share, like and subscribe. Obviously, our Discord, our website, and our affiliate link to Firestorm Games are linked down in the description below. Obviously, if you buy anything through Firestorm Games, use that affiliate link. That'll help us out. Get us new stuff like that table mat you saw, which I am madly in love with.
It is delightful. And they have absolutely bags of amazing goodies here for all of your tabletop needs. So, yeah, definitely show those guys the love. And while you're at it, show us the love as well. Send the link out to all your friends. We've had more new players join us tonight. It is just so awesome to see new players still joining to this point in the game. So, big shout out to them and big shout out to you guys.
Exactly that. So, guys, we will leave it there for the evening. Hope you are there to go to win. I'll catch you all shortly.
See you soon.